better dead air on that.
Glad you game pod. Welcome. Here we go. Coming back. That was good. First time I could catch you in a little bit. Yes, we're back for episode a number, and that number is 46, which is crazy. Actually, fun fact, this is be the last one for March. We started this at the end of May. So it's pretty clear. We've almost been doing it a year. Because then we'll be in April, which is the month before May. So that's pretty crazy.
This boy knows his calendar.
Big calendar guy. I don't know if you know about me, but big calendar guy. I just thought that was crazy. I was like, it doesn't feel like we've been doing it almost a year, to be honest. I know we kind of got settled.
I mean, 2020 has been a weird year anyway, but
that's true. It's like,
somehow the number of episodes impresses me more than like the calendar date. But
yeah,
I guess that's what happens if you stick to it week by week. And
I guess so. Our first episode, if this is 46, so our last episode of April should be episode 50.
All right.
Pretty, McConaughey is coming on, guys. That was a little, drop right there. I just ruined it. Yeah,
drop.
Matthew McConaughey, big Glad You Game listener. Everybody knows that. Gets the people going. We have a huge following for the pod, probably because of our just electric and
So now we are going live online.
Well, we were live. They were just hearing us from the screen. So everybody on YouTube stuff can now see us, but they could just hear us talking from the stream will be starting soon stream. Except they were like, they're definitely talking.
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever. It happens.
I forgot what you've been playing this week.
I played a lot of things. I played the Outriders demo, which actually the Outriders comes out in a couple of days. It's actually a lot of fun. It's very like Gears of War Halo-esque, I think. But then like a little bit of Destiny mixed in. There's like 4 class types. And the demo is cool. Suck it deep. Sage and the beer. Back for another round. There's no paper towels in here if that's what you're looking for. Here. There's a microfiber cloths.
Hey.
They're not supposed to be used for that. But now it's just microfiber beer.
Microfiber used for beer. This episode is brought to you by microfiber,
which is the material, not the company. We're just brought to you by the material. Get ready for next week when we're brought to you by metal.
Velcro. Actually, Velcro
is a company. Yeah. I was gonna say that's like tissue paper or Kleenex, but no, we'll be brought by metal.
Yeah. Now the notebook you really know is mine because it smells like.
Is it on? The puppers. They get you every time. Letterkenny also.
Can
sponsor.
We get sponsored by Wolf?
Oh my God, we drink enough of it that we should be. We'll send them. Amazing. I'll DM them. We'll see if they got a Twitter.
Golden Road.
Or if they're following our electric videos that we got on TikTok now that I've decided to become a TikTok sensation.
Mm-hmm.
So I put a couple videos on the Glad You Game thing, and then I was like bored, and I made my own personal one because I haven't had a TikTok until last week when we were like, we should probably make one for the pod.
It's a different animal for sure.
Yeah, we're like, let's make one for the pod. Then I was like, I guess I'll make a personal one so that way I don't like fuck up the feed for the pod. So the pod's like all gaming and stuff. Yeah. And mine can be like whatever the fuck. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll put like something on here because it feels weird to have an account and nothing. But I guess a lot of people probably do that. So I like play catch with my dog a lot. So I just put those videos on. Both of those are over 1,000 views. And like the one is like 500 likes and like within an hour. And I was like, what the fuck? And like I just like edited it so it drops with Michael Jackson's Bad. And when the song like goes like is like the second she catches it.
Nice.
And I was like, it took me like 2 minutes to do that. Because it's actually super easy to edit shit in there, which I thought
surprisingly
was
like, and you understand why like, all these kids are kind of like getting into doing legitimate edits.
Yeah, because it kind of like eases you. It's like editing for dummies, but like it's like wow, if you know how to use like real editing software, you can do a bunch of crazy shit in this thing.
Yep.
Because you can put pre-edited videos in and then just use the transitions that TikTok has and like make it look crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. Which I'm sure is what some people do.
I mean, that's how I found out about it, like way back, where it was just people
like
posting TikTok videos.
I thought it was
on
like a
Reddit
music thing or something.
Yeah, it was. It was like all these different.
Oh, yeah, it was like Musical.ly
then they
or something. Right?
Had like all these like cool filters, and I remember the first one where it was like you could like freeze raindrops by putting your hand out.
Oh,
it would just had it like raining in the background, and then you were like, whoop, and like Matrix froze. Like,
oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know how to, but it was just funny that all that. So I was like, cool. So I put out a couple gaming videos. So I get like 40 likes. It was like nothing. I was like, okay, we just got to put a dog in it. So I decided to put my dog.
That, and it massively swings around like how much they actually show it to people and everything.
Right.
Like,
But I figured if you put puppy or whatever, people just like dogs. So I did. Sage posted this information of like Minesweeper and Solitaire, and basically Minesweeper is a Microsoft. It's on our Instagram. Minesweeper was invented so people would know how to use the left and right click buttons and would properly use them. Where Solitaire was used for basically dragging and dropping. So teach people how to use that with the mouse, which is pretty crazy that they invented these games for learning techniques. But if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So I thought that was like a quick, cool thing that's like a 15-second tidbit. So I had like the Instagram thing back, and instead of me just saying it, I was like, I'll do it with "Hey Harley," like I'm teaching the dog, and then like she would come up. The problem is that the green screen thing, it's like hard to get on her because Harley's like jet black, and it doesn't pick her up a lot. So I had to like, and I was like, I'm not doing a ton of effort on this. So like, you could see me easier, and then I just like moved to her. But the one, she just starts sniffing and try to lick my face, so she's like constantly in it. And that one like immediately went up to like 200, like whatever. All the other videos are like,
there you go. I think we might have found the secret.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, maybe this is what we just call them Hey Harleys. And now we're just gonna have the training, like we'll just say cool game information, but be like, Hey Harley, do you know? So I thought that'd be fun. And then I put a couple of my old Valorant clips up there, which also got a lot of traction as well. Fun fact. I was like, all right, cool. And I just put BTS behind them, which could also be why they got traction.
This is true,
because
it's also
BTS
a band.
is massive. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. The band BTS, and like they're awesome. And I just put their like Dynamite song, like not that it's a great song, the song Dynamite.
Yeah,
I mean it is a great song. So really poppy. So I was like, I'm sure people like
Justin likes K-pop.
I do love K-pop. I love a bunch of music, but I mean, Dynamite just slaps. You have to admit it kind of just does.
It's hard to not be a K-pop fan with all like the good songs that are out.
Right. And it's like a poppy, whatever, fun thing. So I put that on there, and that was like, I was like, the filter would get the game, like the Valorant game stuff, and then I'm sure there's just people who just look at BTS shit. So not behind the scenes, but
because I do that. I look at behind the scenes stuff all the time.
Right. But it's so hard because they're called BTS. That's like the same acronym.
I see what they're doing.
But yeah, so and I think that might be why. But it was fun. But still, the overall likes, and I put like 5 videos on TikTok, is dominated by the 2 dog videos I put on my personal account, just because I think because they're dog videos, and it's just like, all right. And our 2 most viewed videos were our dog videos. Now
there you go. All that to say,
and the one
that
guy,
we now have a TikTok.
Yes, we do have a TikTok. Actually, one guy commented on the Mindset. He was like, Solitaire is actually invented for drag and dropping. And I was like, that's correct. I was like, yep, we got another video on that. That's good information. This is also about Minesweeper. So thanks. Like if he wrote it like tell us other information, I get it. But he was like correcting it, and I was like, but that's not what this one's about.
Yeah.
The other one,
that was helpful.
I was like, swipe up to that one because we have a Hey Harley about that. So
we have a Hey Harley.
There's a Hey Harley on it. So I think I might try to do that more and just get more like fun gaming facts and do 15-second blips. Just do like a Hey Harley.
I like it. So yeah.
So if you want to see
on over to TikTok,
cute dogs and stuff, get a little Hey Harley knowledge. I'm teaching you how to buy like a billionaire house or some shit, which there seems to be like a million of those TikToks. But like
there are some
when I swipe through, they're like, you want to see how I got this $400 million house? Be like, not really.
Yeah.
He's like, I got this loan for $400 million. It's like, right. Okay.
That's how you get it.
He's like, then you just pay it off doing this. I was like, yeah, I'm lost. But anyways, yeah, we got a TikTok now, big social people now. So we got a lot of clout, and that's why Matthew McConaughey's a fan. He likes Harley. He's a big Hey Harley guy. We got t-shirts made. We are trying to make Glad You Game stuff, apparel.
Yeah.
Like zapatos, maybe.
Oh,
Spanish
zapatos.
for shoes.
Yeah, I got you.
Just correct it. Well, for the audience.
There you go.
Every time I hear that or say that, I think of Zapdos from Pokemon.
Yeah.
I feel like most people do. Yeah. The electric bird.
Yeah.
That looks like Big Bird with electricity.
Unless
coming
you
up.
took Spanish, and then you'd probably think shoes.
Yeah, or like, maybe if you are an Hispanic person, might just immediately think of shoes, unless they were a Pokemon player as well. That's that overlap, which I would assume there's a shitload because it's big audience. Anyways, stop distracting me.
So this week, thank you for asking. I played a lot of. We got Mario 3 All Stars.
Yeah.
And
the one that you could not guess in the NPD.
Yeah.
Which fact we got NPD.
Oh no.
NPD baby. I just said that. I'm not actually confident we do, but I'm too excited not to.
Well, I'm hopeful that we don't. But yeah, like I've been playing Mario 64 again. Still a great game.
The original or the new one? Because they just dropped the new one. The Super Mario World 64, like, Super Mario World thing.
The one that was part of 3D All Stars.
Okay.
So it's just like it's very much the original, just updated for Switch.
Okay.
Still a great game.
Yep.
Is it a full game? Yeah. The controls are still hard as hell. Like I forgot how like floaty it was. And yeah, it like still has like a lot of the original glitches, which is interesting. The camera sucks, but like that game is, for how little they had to work with, is amazing. The level design is still great. Is still like,
was it Super Mario 3D World that you played?
No, 64.
Oh, okay, so it was. I could just clarify.
Yeah,
okay, continue.
Because 3D World's like, yeah, the new boy. So the other
that's
thing
what I thought
is
you
just
meant
like
when you were talking about it.
Part of it's the fact that my roommate is way better at it than I am. But the
other
other
play with Griggs,
yeah, it's just like so much different coming from like having played games for the past 25 years to compared to like when I was 8 or whatever when that game came out, and just struggling with it so much. And now we're already like 2/3 of the way through the whole damn thing.
That's crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, Griggs like watches all those speed runs too and stuff like that. So
yeah, so he had some tricks up his sleeve.
So if you were watching the video, you might have seen me get like really excited.
Yeah, Justin got really excited.
So the NPDs, I found a whole nother area that will actually do the top 10 by console. It'll do the top 10 by PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo as well, as instead of just the general top 10.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh yeah, baby.
We're gonna have to have like a hard cap on trivia.
Oh yeah, NPD. it's NPD, baby. No, I won't do that. I'll do the top 10, just general that we have been. Yeah. But
I also just like won't answer.
You're like, well, I just fucking won't. I'm not playing this game anymore. I mean, we all know it's your favorite things. I don't know why you pretend it's not.
I'm just gonna do like exclusively Nintendo content if you start doing that.
We definitely might have or not done this. And I don't think we did, though. I'm like, because there's two that I'm like, I think I would remember that. So I'm going to say I didn't do it. Yeah. So guess what? My trivia, little fun fact for y'all to keep listening, is going to be a little there. Oh, don't know why I transitioned there. Welcome back to Glad You Game Pod. I can't keep doing that. My voice.
We'll start a new hashtag for no more Justin radio voice.
Fuck off, dude. Everybody wants it. They want like we just got to get commercials in. I'll be yeah. Welcome to Wolf Pup Central. Drink them up, get them down.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. We'll make a poll. Get your guys.
Anyways,
that's what you want to talk about.
Let's talk about Resident Evil. We know the movie's been coming out, but they finally gave us the title, Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. Love the title. I like that it has nothing to do with the original films because they had nothing to do with the games other than the names.
Yeah.
And some of the like Umbrella, some of the general content, but they really deviated.
Yes.
The new director is pretty adamant that these are like direct.
Yeah.
So he said the first movie will be the first two games into a single movie.
Nice.
Which I love. And they're going to be like, they're obviously going to take some, adapt some things, but they're going to be
creative liberties.
Yeah. They're going to be pretty close to like the actual story, which I love because they're a great story, especially Resident Evil 2. We've known who's been casting it for a long time, but they just kind of like released the name, which is actually at South by Southwest. We just missed it last week, but yeah, it's Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. I'm fucking it. I was in, but like I love the name. I actually think it's pretty cool. I think it's long, but fuck it.
Is that what Rack City's about? The song
Rack City?
Yeah.
Probably it should be. And also, I don't know if we talked about this before, but there is so much Resident Evil content coming out, other than the games, obviously. But there's a Netflix TV show that's a Netflix TV show, animated TV show, a Netflix CGI movie, and there's a live action TV show that's coming out that's going to be focused on Wesker's children.
They're doing all the things.
And then there's this movie, which they're trying to build into a series. So, I mean, they're like, I don't know what the fuck happened in 2020 that there was like maybe a pandemic. I guess there was not maybe a pandemic, but maybe they're like, you know what? We want to get some pandemic kind of content because
Everyone's not like
Resident Evil
way
1
more, but like
right
on the cusp of believing in zombies for real.
Right, and they're like, they're like, fucking Walking Dead has still existed for 1 billion years now. I mean, Resident Evil keeps. I mean, it's not like they haven't been successful for like fucking since '95. Like, they've been successful for so long. So it's like, obviously they have a whole other film series, which kind of sucked, but I think it was still successful. Like, I think they still made money off of it, like a good amount of money. But it's just crazy they have like 4 or 5 properties now on top of like the multiple games that are coming out. Which, by the way, Resident Evil 8, baby.
It may come out.
It will come out. Confirmed. It is definitely coming out. They have a new demo coming out in 2 weeks. That's gonna have the combat in it. Because if you didn't have a PS5, you bitches couldn't play any Resident Evil 5 or Resident Evil 8 content. You could have played Resident Evil 5 content.
Yeah, probably.
But we did. That was the Maiden demo.
Yes.
That really set like the tone of like, this is going to be creepy, but we're also still doing the first person thing. Yeah. But like, and it's like, it's still Ethan Winters and all that. But now we're going to see some combat, which I'm pretty excited about.
Also, big fan. I think I might have said it on here, but like
the movie fact that with Patton Oswalt about the New York Giants.
I mean, that'd be interesting. But it would be great if, I love how they're doing these little mini games that you get to experience,
like the demo,
like before you actually like buy
interactive art installations, like Wonder Space.
But no, like the demos are separate from like the main game story, so it's not spoiling anything, and it's also building like into the lore of it. So you're getting to the point where, if you haven't played the demo, you're actually missing a small piece of the full game.
Yeah, because it's not. You're not Ethan in the demo, for the record. Yeah. It's like Sage is saying, we don't really know the Maiden. I guess I don't really know. I think it's called that because you're in a crypt with a bunch of Iron Maidens, but
could be one or the other. Yeah,
but it's just I mean, it's really cool, and like
I want movies to start doing that. I mean, I guess they kind of do it with like the Marvel post credit type thing, but like it would be cool if like instead of releasing just like your generic trailer type thing, they just have like these little small self-contained scenes that like set stuff up.
Well,
have a bunch of like Easter eggs in them. Yeah,
because Christopher Nolan did that with like Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises.
Awesome.
Except those were really just the first 6 minutes of the movie. Like the one was the bank heist, the other was like the plane, and he always does like the IMAX. Here's the 5-minute opener.
Yep.
And I think it's all the same stuff that's in the movie.
Yeah.
But I agree with that. The problem is like, if the game is more interactive, so you can like learn more by going around.
Yeah,
like you'd have to make it like a 5-minute thing and edit it for them. But I do agree, like that would definitely build like a lot more like lore. And Marvel did do that. They had Marvel one shots. Okay. They called them. That were like 15-minute things that were exterior that would add additional information if you gave a shit enough to watch them.
That's kind of cool.
Which Sage did not apparently. But
I guess not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here I'm asking for it while also ignoring it.
Yeah, exactly. For specifically Marvel. But no, I agree. You're 100% on that. I love that they did that with Maiden. I'm bet the combat demo is going to be similar because you're not Ethan Winters, and it's clearly before. Like if you see the trailer, like the way you see the house in this one, it's like even it looks slightly different, but you can tell you see a lot of the same spaces. Yeah. So it almost kind of shows you like you're like architecturally wise, you're like, all right, I'm getting my own layout.
Yeah,
like how this works, but also like it's not ruining like this is going to happen in the game. And like Sage is saying, this is probably some character. Maybe this is like 20 years before you even get there or something. But cool, this is going to be like something that I see like where, because you die at the end of the demo.
What if it's like 100 years before? And that just shows
that would
like
be wild, how old
long they live. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be fucking wild. But then you can like see like, oh, that's like where I died in the demo. Like that's like, or this is where that happened in the demo. And it's like there's like a remnant to it.
Yeah, there's going to be some little thing you can pick up where it's like Maiden's bracelet.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. And it does have like lore in it in itself, which is kind of crazy. It's like, because if you think about it, it's really like a self-contained 20-minute game roughly. And it's like, that's not like cheap. Like that's also like an effort they put in that they had to test the fuck out of, that have engineers do it. That has, again, nothing to do with the original game.
Yeah.
So they didn't use that like they used the platform, but they didn't use like any of the stuff built for that. So we got to get the voice actors in here. We got to get, because there is talking scenes. We got to establish this. What piece of lore can we put here and then maybe leave here? And then we have to make sure it's also in the other build for the real game. So like, there's a lot of shit that's like, this is a nightmare. Not just the game, but like that's just really
figuratively
cool.
and literally.
And I think Sage is on a great point. I would love to see more of this, and it'd be cool if films put that into it. I mean, it's an expense, but it's a cool marketing expense. It's kind of like, this is like,
and it's like you have all the extras there, you have all like whatever,
right? And it's like you're not. It's probably getting more sales because it gets interest, and you're like, what the fuck was that about? Like, I want to get that. I mean, I completely agree. I think it would be pretty fucking cool. But so Resident Evil is just popping off now, and so hopefully we get a trailer or something. I'm not sure if it started production, but fuck it, let's hope we get a trailer soon. I can't wait for that movie. I'm so excited, mainly because it's actually going to be like the first two games, and not like obviously I saw the other ones and I was like, it's cool, but it deviated so greatly from the games pretty much immediately. Like the first one kind of is, kind of isn't, the whole Red Queen thing, but then it kind of goes like way off tangent. And you're
I feel like they did the same thing with Monster Hunter. Mila Jovovich has like a penchant for just bastardizing whatever the source material,
or they just like casting her in those.
Well, yes, I doubt it's her fault.
Yeah. I mean, but she's good for it. They're like, hey, you did all the Resident Evil movies. We pretty much are doing the same thing, just with big monsters. You cool with that? That just aren't like horrific monsters, but they kind of are. And she's like, it's kind of like Godzilla movie, but we want you in it. It's like, okay, cool. Like
it's also just she goes from like running away from everything to like fighting a dragon.
Yeah.
So
did you see it?
Yeah.
Was it good?
No.
I was gonna rent it this weekend, and I was like, I watched the trailer, and I was like, I don't think $7 is too much, or whatever it was for the
$7
rental.
Maybe, but definitely not a full 20.
Yeah. Did you? Oh, you did the full like in theaters rental?
I don't know.
Okay,
my dad did.
Okay, well then,
watch it at his house. It was like our little
movie of the weekend.
Yeah,
but not worth. You're not worth.
It's fun.
Okay,
like,
is it similar to the game at all?
From what I've seen of the game, not at all.
Yeah,
it's like these military guys that get like sucked into this alternate parallel universe thing where there's just a bunch of monsters. She spends like way too long escaping these spider things. It's like the first half of the film, like just surviving.
Okay.
And then she goes from that to like they find like a new harpoon, and then or like we could fight a dragon.
Well, we can't kill these spider things, but now it's like let's create something that's bigger and more. So that's kind of how I was feeling. It was going to be bad. For video game
movies,
there's
some great moments, but it really not like a
video game movies. It's I didn't think it was going to be that good. I saw it has like 41%, which isn't terrible for a video game movie.
Yeah,
but I think for me right now, it's probably like Sonic, Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider, not the Angelina Jolie ones. Yeah. Sonic and Tomb Raider are probably like the best video game adaptations. I have a lot of excitement for Uncharted, and a lot of excitement for the HBO game.
Well, you're skipping
HBO. Oh, I'm going to go into it. That's why
Super Mario Brothers
from the 90s. Yes. I'm not skipping that. It was terrible. I knew it was terrible when I was a kid and gross, but awesome.
Beautifully terrible.
Yeah,
so good.
It was. I mean. Yeah, when you have Bob Hoskins as Mario and stuff like that, you're gonna get what you're gonna get. And John Leguizamo as Luigi.
Yeah,
no, that's not John Leguizamo. Is it? Yeah, that's right. It is
very much.
Yeah. And then when you're like, there's like, it was. I mean, it was fucking weird.
And Yoshi's like actually just a dinosaur.
Yeah, which is fine. But then it's like, I mean, it was bad. But it's
if you
also
haven't seen it,
go see it. It's worth seeing.
Yeah.
But I would say those, and then the HBO Last of Us, which they actually said is going to deviate in a lot of places greatly from the source material.
Okay.
So it's going to, and that was
I feel like it has to.
That was Neil DeGrummond said that, the guy who created, like the game director for both games. So I'm like, fine, as long as he's fucking saying that, he obviously doing his plan, and that's fine because I played through the games. I know that story.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, what are they going to change? And like, well, I would love to discuss that, but I can't because you won't finish the fucking game. I was at the point where like I was like, there's one video I want to show you, but it kind of goes through like 1 and 2. Yeah. And I was like, I think I'm just going to show Sage because I think it's like you have to accept spoilers at this point. You know the biggest spoiler in 2 already.
I do.
So, I mean, there's that. So that's like the most divisive part about that game. I'm curious if that's one of the things. Obviously, that's not going to be season 1, but they said season 1 will be the first game.
Okay. Word.
So like which is kind of crazy to me because it's like, do you mean like based on the first game or the entire first game? Because then it's like that could be like multiple seasons of shit.
But there's so many like holes in that story too that not
right.
holes like plot.
But if they're gonna go right up to like
just
2 after, it's like season 2 is gonna be 2. I'm like, where do you go like from there? That's kind of my thing because I was like, you could easily do like 3 seasons. Kind of
what Walking Dead did, right? Like it was based off the game to begin with, and then they just fucking ran with it.
It was based off the comic books.
Okay,
so they had like tons of shit like that, and then they just kind of like did their own thing. But yeah, no, I'm excited for that. And what is the other big movie property I'm excited about? Oh yeah, Halo. They now Halo, the Halo TV show. But no, Ghost of Tsushima is now going to be a movie directed by the John Wick director, which I'm fucking in for.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah. We keep bringing up Ghost of Tsushima because we just talked about it a bunch last week, and because it's an awesome game, and well deserved. And honestly, makes complete fucking sense to be a movie. Like this is like obviously this could just be. Yeah. I'm like really excited for this to see like Jin Sakai, which is the character, the samurai warrior you play as. I think that's fucking awesome. I think it's going to be great, and I think PlayStation Studios is rocking. Like they obviously have something where they're like, we're putting everything we need to make film properties or TV properties off of all this shit. And Ghost of Tsushima, I'd be excited no matter what. Ghost of Tsushima, John Wick director. I'm confident the action is going to be great.
Yeah, I
hope they really bring like the gravitas of like the kind of like samurai gravitas, like the guy who did like Last Samurai, or like I was kind of hoping it'd be more like Kurosawa.
Yeah,
like more of like a Japanese
little less
director.
angly.
Right, I would be like more of like a Japanese director doing it. Not throwing shit at Chad Stahelski, but I'm pretty sure Stahelski. Right? Pretty sure Stahelski. Anything that's ski, I'm pretty sure is Polish, right? That's like how that deviates.
Yeah, like Nordic or something.
Yeah, which is like fine. He makes. I mean, I love the John Wick movies, but those are also like kind of about like Eastern European people. Like that's the whole thing. Is like he's in that kind of world. Which not that you have to be related to it. My point is, I think it's a good production. That's such a cool thing. That would be great if there was a Japanese director kind of directing the thing that's kind of about that culture. Not that you can't direct things outside of your culture, because obviously you can learn about it. And
I mean, look at like Disney and stuff too, where like Moana. It's not necessarily that they had like Polynesian directors and Hawaii, but they had a lot of like people that they worked with and consultants.
Right. That's what I just want to make sure they do.
Good, and like all the different like ceremonial stuff looked good, and that they were really honoring what they were.
I hope like the writers are like people who are not that you can't again. I hope they get like those consultants that can really make sure that's going to be like that. Yeah. But also the Japanese style of film is like every like Korean style. Yeah. If you ever watch Korean movies, they all have different styles than like American style. Yeah. I feel like with this, I know what I'm getting because I've seen all the John Wick movies, which is all. And he also didn't do the Deadpool? No, he didn't do Deadpool. But it's more of like I kind of know what that vision's going to be, and I was kind of more excited to be like, oh, let's see like a Japanese vision of it because I think it's kind of cool. But maybe he'll kind of get more of that with his creative producers. I mean, I think it'll be great. The source material is incredible, and I think if they do half of what that fucking game does, it'll be excellent. And I think that's the movie that could really like get them like Oscar level. Like if you do that movie right, that can be easily Oscar level. Yeah,
cinematography is like
right.
Begging for it.
That's what the Japanese cinematography though is kind of like. Have you ever seen like Seven Samurai and shit like that? It's like. I want that. So I hope Chad is not just like, and the cinematography in John Wick is great, but it's just different.
Yeah. And so, I think that he'll slow the pace down a match.
Right. Because Jin Sakai is not John Wick. Like I don't want them to push like, well, he can do action. Like he can, but like, it's like the role, it's the story, it's the, the atmosphere, it's everything kind of goes into it. So as long as they do it with respect, I think it'd be awesome. So it's like, they're looking for, I think it's 2022, but we'll see about that. Because also the movie, I mean the game Ghost of Tsushima, there's a Kurosawa mode in it.
Yes.
So like
it's like black and white. With
Kurosawa. I keep saying Kurosawa.
Yes.
Kurosawa. So that actually goes like black and white and emulates the visuals of it. And it's really fucking cool. So if they're gonna kind of adapt Yeah, it would be cool to have like transitions like that, or so I don't know, something like that, just to pay homage. Yeah, it's kind of that's what more of what I'm concerned about, because I've seen stuff where directors take shit and then just like fucks up, and it's like, do you have great source material? Like, this is like one that I'm like, if you do this right, this can easily be like Oscar contender, like level of shit. So,
part of me like almost wants shit. I'm gonna forget his name right now, and it's super embarrassing. Kill Bill, like
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. Like I would almost want to see him do that. I think he would take.
I think he actually is a big, like, he's very inspired.
Like,
yeah. I mean, Kill Bill actually, he like clearly fucking is.
Yeah.
I think he would be great at that. Actually, it'd be interesting.
He might take like some of the quiet moments a little too far, but
we know we'd see
better at that. So
fuckload of feet, and we get a lot of feet and blood because like he's a big foot fetish fuck.
Yeah,
but I just wanted that because I wanted the alliteration. Foot fetish fuck. But I mean, either way, that sounds awesome. And I think a live adaptation of that is gonna be fucking sick.
Yeah.
Speaking of live, Xbox Live,
boom, sweet transition.
Is now gonna be called Xbox Network. Big change. Which is like, I mean, it's been Xbox Live since it existed, pretty much. But it makes this, like, to me, makes sense because I think this is kind of like we're moving away from the Xbox console. Yeah. Xbox is not going to be a console anymore. It's a platform. Yeah. So it's like it's on Xbox is on your computer, it's on your handheld, it's on your Xbox console. So Xbox Live, they're like, no, you're part of the Xbox network.
I wonder too if it's like a reaction to the whole streaming culture, where like going live on Xbox means something completely different.
They're like, I'm live on live.
It did 10 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 10 years ago.
But now you're like, I'm live on the network.
Plugging in.
I'm part of the network now. Gonna have that guy that what's the movie? Yeah, movie. The movie is called Network, where the guy is like, where he freaks out about the he's like, I'm tired of all this shit, and he's like talking about the I forget, it's a really famous scene. I can't remember. But anyways, I mean, I wanted to mention it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's a big change because it's just been called that. But I'm mad as hell and I just can't take it anymore. That's
gotcha.
That's from the movie Network.
That's from Network.
Yes. I think it's cool. I think it's more of a marketing thing. Be like, we're moving to we're a platform. We're not a console.
Yeah.
And I mean, just say it's been called the PlayStation Network forever, but copy fucks now. But I mean, it just makes sense to me. It's nothing like crazy. I'm like,
that's what it is.
It's a logical decision to make.
Yeah. And speaking of Xbox and Microsoft,
or their parent company,
they may be doing a little more networking.
They might, because the way where you're seeing our video, and actually we pass all our video and audio, is via Discord, which apparently they might be buying for $10 billion, or actually more than $10 billion. I don't think any of this is official yet. I think it's still conversations, but
I think Microsoft's all about it. Discord has to kind of make their decision.
Yeah, I mean, Discord has more than 100 million monthly active users.
You're looking at two of them.
Yeah, I mean, so we're pretty much the biggest two on there. Everybody knows that.
So Discord was made for gamers to just basically like chat, get together, whatever. But then it kind of grew into way more than that, where it became like something that actual like companies were using for their messaging systems. It blew up during the pandemic, obviously, for people just to hop on.
Yeah.
It's still very game centric. Like their logo is still a game controller.
Yeah, when you're on a game or something, it will be like he's on Valorant or Valheim or something like that, and it's like, oh, do you want to go in streaming mode? It like automatically detects that you're playing a game. So it is still built for that, but people use it just like Sage is saying. It's like, I mean, companies use it for a variety of reasons, because it's just like, oh, it's a good chat platform that's super easy to use. It's lightweight, like it's not like a huge download, and you just immediately get up and running. It's easy to create channels and spaces.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can like optimize servers and stuff, so you can like really dedicate what you need to get the certain performance that you want out of it. If you just don't want to use like the free, readily available.
Right. And it's built solidly. I mean, they just build it solidly. So it's like, you know, if you're having, which is crazy, because Microsoft bought Teams in 2020, and they incorporated which they bought. So Microsoft used to have a thing called Link. Then they bought Skype. Then they made Skype for Business with the Skype platform,
which was terrible.
Right. And then they bought in 2020 or end of 2019, they bought Teams, integrated with Microsoft. Now it's Microsoft Teams,
which I actually don't hate.
The same thing.
I think specialization is going to come back. Like everyone's just been trying to combine too much into too many things.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking look at Facebook. It's like unusable now.
Yeah, it's
all it is.
It's all over
just
the place.
A fucking ad machine.
Yeah.
You hop on, you see like 2 friends that you haven't heard about in 15 years. And
fuck you guys.
Then like it just starts like blowing ads and like news things in your face. So you're like, this isn't what fucking Facebook's supposed to be.
That's true.
I want to see my friends. I don't want like you to immediately put posts from Facebook Marketplace and like a bunch of different weird forums and stuff. Like I want, believe it or not, I actually want to see somebody's pictures of their kids. Like
yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just basically like you're saying, a rolling ad machine. I mean, to be honest, Instagram's kind of becoming that too.
Yeah, which is also Facebook. Just
it's the picture
pushing everything in together. So I think a lot of these companies are starting to realize like, hey, we don't need to make everything like some fucking amorphous blob of all of the ideas that we've bought over the years. We can like have some distinct things, and I think it would be amazing if they took it over. And it's not going to be amazing if they take it over, but I think it would be nice if they, after having taken it over, just make it a better tool for gamers, for applications like this, for streaming, and then like let Teams be very much its own business type thing. Because if they try and combine those are going to be just a fucking shit show. I could just see like some CEO like accidentally streaming instead of starting a meeting, and like 1 million people are tuned in on.
He's like, come on, guys. Like, look at this. It'd be like that whole cat lawyer thing all over again.
Exactly.
It'd be great, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. I don't know. I don't think Microsoft thinks that way. I would bet if they buy this, it gets incorporated with Teams.
Yeah. I mean, that's my fear. My hope is that they're getting a little smarter about it.
I agree. I think they should be separate products. I just think they're going to want to share so much between the two, which is kind of what they did with Skype and Teams, because they did keep Skype for a little bit and then they dropped it.
The fact that like Skype just doesn't exist anymore is crazy.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
sure
could be saying the same thing about Discord or Teams.
Fucking hope not. But.
So
yeah.
And the other thing is Discord is awesome free download right now. There is a Discord Pro or whatever premium, but like we use it for free right now and it's fine. It doesn't need to be sold.
Yep.
But if I made Discord, someone offered me $10 billion, you know, you're probably like, hey man, do I want to retire? Like for the
trying
eternity,
to be a billionaire right quick?
Do I want to like retire and have my entire lineage retire, like be retired if they want to be?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's obviously you're talking about like big money. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but it's worth talking about. I think they also might not do it though, because apparently Discord is holding up because they're also debating just going public.
Oh,
which I think would be the better move because they could be more than a $10 billion company.
Yeah.
When I think it's like they're probably like Microsoft's kind of lowballing us, but it's like, you know, they could be, or it could go wrong or not, which is like, hey, bird in the hand, two in the bush kind of thing.
But not to mention, you get to like keep your structure, you get to keep your staff the way you want it,
and you could still be a billionaire. You could just retire, keep your shares, and fucking that's the
watch
same
them
thing.
go up,
right?
Yeah.
And then don't let someone else bastardize your product if that's potentially what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I hope they go public.
Yep. Yeah. No, that'd be nice.
But we don't know. I mean, it sounds like a lot of information's coming out. So it's like, we don't know. I mean, Microsoft last year tried to buy Pinterest and TikTok. Both didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll see. It did make Microsoft shares go up 1.2% in the first minutes of trading, I guess, when this news came out, because they thought like, oh, this is going to go.
It's going to happen.
So a bunch of people were like, Bloomberg Intelligence is like, it makes a lot of sense and stuff. But like, yeah, it does. But like, does it make sense for Discord? It makes sense for Microsoft.
Yeah.
We know that. But does it make sense for Discord? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think Discord should just kind of stay independent and just go public and then be like, let's raise this valuation like a motherfucker. the ex-Bethesda director. I cannot Economy IKUMI. Kami?
Sure.
Nakamura. I'm pretty sure that is. It's NAKAMURA, which I believe is Nakamura. Is making her own indie studio. She was a Bethesda director. Did like worked at Tango Gameworks, which is like what's it? It's an awesome game too. Awesome 2 game. Evil Within. Evil Within 1 and 2. But her last game she worked on actually was Ghostwire Tokyo, which is soon coming out. Looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
She left because of a couple things. She was wondering for hanging work due to health troubles. She started wondering. I started wondering whether there wasn't a way for me to make games while feeling better. I took the decision to quit before it was too late. After she left, though, because she's awesome, she received over 2,000 messages on LinkedIn from other studios for visits, support, and things like that. Oh, cool. And then that kind of gave her opportunity to understand what would make a good working environment, in her words. And she said, I decided to use that experience to open my own small studio and build my IP. And then she's happy to see a female game creator getting on stage and showing her game and talking about that. And she wants to make a game full of dark jokes and compares herself to Deadpool. Love all of that.
Wow. Yeah.
So she actually made a documentary, which is actually on YouTube, and it's like a short documentary, which we can check out. But it's pretty cool. And it kind of goes over what the quotes I just said. It's 17 minutes long. Right. It's called A Remnant of the Past and the Remnant Tour. Yeah. But it's kind of about this whole journey. But that makes sense.
Cool. And it's also like probably a really good introspection to like what studios are like to work for, where everything you hear, it's like, it's real cool. There's a lot of talented people, but it's a lot of like overworking. It's a lot of burnout. It's a lot of stuff like that. So,
and if you're having health troubles, it could be very detrimental.
If it's any kind of stress related thing, or if it's not stress related, just made much worse by constant stress day in and day out.
Yeah.
If you're trying to rest up, get better, and you're getting a call at 3 a.m. because some developer decision. Yeah.
And she was a creative director there for 9 years. So she knows her shit. And you definitely know that when you have over 2,000 messages, not just offering your support just for help, but also you offering you studio tours because they clearly want you. Yeah. It's like, fuck. Not only that, it's like she was a badass at her job. So it's like, that's when you're like, all right, well, let's just do my own fucking thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's I kind of wanted to mention that because I just think that's fucking awesome. I'm excited for Ghostwire Tokyo. It's kind of like weird that, do
you know what her new studio is going to be called?
I don't actually. Okay. It might be called. Maybe it is called Remnant.
All right.
Because that's like the name of the documentary, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll find out. I don't know for right now. I'm sure someone will tell me I'm wrong, but it's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the new one is. I know she's trying to pitch a game to Capcom and stuff like that, but it is pretty cool. And she kind of. Yeah, so I don't know what it's called, but I'm excited for Ghostwire Tokyo. I don't see any. I don't know, because now it's like I feel weird about being excited about it because she left during it.
Yeah,
but it's like, is it because of something that happened with that game? I don't know. So, but at the same point, like, the game looks fucking awesome, and she did work on it and help create it. So I'm like, well, she is great. So, and I love the Evil Within game. So it's kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But that's awesome. More power to her.
It could definitely be like it doesn't sound like she's like bashing the industry or the studio. She's just like, this is the pace that they do it, and my body's not built to hand it type thing.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty cool, especially and like she said, it's like cool. That's like this female director like getting her own studio, and it's like it is obviously, gaming is obviously a male dominated thing. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It just like that's just who works there.
Yeah.
Now that females don't work there, obviously if they want to, they should. But it's cool to see like a female get in her own studio and just be like, hey, I'm going to do.
And it's also cool to see a female like get her own studio and just
call herself Deadpool.
Yeah, exactly. Like, should just show that it doesn't mean that like being like female friendly in the gaming space doesn't just mean like putting like cutesy bullshit in and making stuff pink. That's not what it means to be inclusive. It means let like people that have the ideas make their games and support them when they do.
Right. Regardless of their gender or whatever the fuck. It's just whether they have a great idea and they can do the job. End of story. Done.
Yep.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. And everything I hear and like the work that I know she's done, I'm fucking down for whatever game she's about to whip out because I'm in. Like 100%. You go, girl. Or whatever. Like if that's still a cool saying to say. I don't know.
Probably not, but we'll
roll with it. Oh, damn. Whatever. It sounded fun.
Yeah.
But didn't mean anything. I don't know. Anyways, fuck it. Like that's great. Yeah. I'll love to hear it. And I'm fucking in. Nakamura, let me know. And I'm playing.
Hell yes.
Yeah, I want to send a free copy and we'll do a little promo for it. No big deal. We're supportive podcast, baby. Also, the BAFTA Game Awards happened this week.
BAFTA.
Which a lot of people didn't know they did games, but they have it done for a few years now. It's pretty cool.
Not know. Yeah.
Pretty cool. They make their own thing. It's like BAFTA's like their British Film and Television Network Awards. You know, it's British Film and Television Awards.
Not BAFTA.
Yeah, but they didn't add the G because it should be BAFTAG. It should be like it's like British Association Film Television Awards Games. Or it should be like BAFTGA. BAFTGA. The Baba Yaga. But that's just
welcome to BAFTA.
I'm now just back into John Wick. The Baba Yaga. But yeah, so they did, even though they didn't add their fucking acronym. So it's pretty cool. I'll just kind of go over some of the winners real quick. You could probably guess them all. Animation, Last of Us, Hades won a shitload, Ghost of Tsushima won a shitload. But the cool thing about this is, like, best game, it was Hades. So the winner is actually, they put Hades development team, which I thought is cool.
That's
not like the game Hades. So like animation is the Last of Us 2 Part 2 development team. Now, like writers, they put the writer's name in because they wrote it and stuff like that. Cool. But like for when it's the game or like stuff like Evolving Game, they put Sea of Thieves development team.
Yeah.
So it's like we're not going to just say one part. We're recognizing the whole entire team.
Cool. Yeah. So it's like when like a movie wins Best Picture, like the producers get it,
and they say the producer's name when it's really like the entire production. So it's like game design, Hades development team, multiplayer, Animal Crossing New Horizons won Best Multiplayer development team.
How?
Yeah.
Well, we won't get into it.
Yeah. But like narrative, they have the guy's name, which was also
awesome. Yeah.
But I thought that was cool. And there might be other awards that do it. I just didn't pop out to me as much. So this I just think is really cool.
Yeah.
It's because then it makes you feel like even if you were like a QA person on it or you're like a intern, like you're fucking part of that development team. You can be like, hey, that was me.
Yeah.
And that's cool because it's not like Justin or Sage or this. It's like the whole development team. You're all like every one of you did something that directly affected this game because we had to create it from not existing to existing. And so part of you is what made it the best.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, fucking love that. It's cool, like goodwill, good vibes kind of thing.
Yeah.
Laura Bailey just keeps winning everything. She played Abby in Last of Us Part 2. I think she's won every best performer in a leading role in every game award thing.
Which is funny because I just watched her like Critical Role stuff this morning.
Yeah, she's from and like so they do it's always like the best game is like game of the year or whatever is always it's Hades or Last of Us 2 in every award show pretty much. The other ones are nominated, but those are the only two that seem to really win. She seems to be the only one that wins in performer at leading role. Like I think she's won like every single one of them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the other one is always the guy that played Hades.
Okay. Yep.
Because performing a supporting role was Logan Cunningham, which is weird that he won it in a supporting role because Logan Cunningham voiced Hades, Achilles, Poseidon, Arceus, Charon, and the story. He voiced every character in the game. So
maybe he just won it for one of the other characters.
Right. So it's like, well, the leading role, they're like, well, Hades is the character, but you also play the side character. So we'll give this one to Abby and we'll give you supporting because you did play a supporting character to yourself. So it's like, and then, but they did have one that's the EE game of the year, which is the one voted by the public. And that was Last of Us Part 2.
Nice.
So that was cool. So again, you can kind of guess them, but it was just kind of cool. I just really like this with the development team. Technical achievement was Dreams development team, which I think also won in the other one we talked about the other day.
Yeah.
It's South by Southwest. I think also was like, but yeah, it's cool to just put like development team. It sounds, but it's a small thing, but it just means a lot.
Exactly.
To me, as like an engineer, it's like I would see that. I feel like great. Like I would want to be one of the head engineers that like normally it's like, oh, here are the leads.
Yeah.
But that makes me feel like fuck everybody, and they are, because like everybody did something that directly impacted how that game got out and done it, and that's how software works, and that's just, it's fucking really cool. That's just a cool thing to see. So that was cool. I hope it would be cool if like the producer stopped sucking their own dick at Best Picture, and then it's like production team, and like that's it. Like someone can go up and accept it, but like it should not be like these 4 producers. It should just be production team.
Yeah. Well, like, I feel like they do okay with that. They bring up their team with them and stuff like that.
But they're all like, it's like 6 named people, and it's like, well, the PAs and all that. There's like a ton of like development team kind of covers everybody.
Yeah.
So it's like, and they do
what about
that.
The marketing team?
No, we don't give a shit about them. They can get their own awards. They suck their own dick enough. They have like lobbyists to do that. Who gives a shit about them? I'm an engineer guy. I'm not a marketing guy. No, whatever. You can give them an award too for best like cigarette sales or something.
I meant marketing for the game, but
whatever. Oh yeah, right. My bad. All right, let's move on to let's get a little trivia on here.
Trivia.
Do you want to? Let's end. Yeah, because everybody loves to end on a little MPDZ, Young Jeezy.
I'll do that.
So we'll do whatever dumbass trivia you got.
All right, so mine is
Craft.
Moves.
Word association, Minecraft.
Moves from fighting games. So I'm going to give you the name of the move.
And pick the game.
And you tell me either the character or the game that it's from. You get.
Are any of these not? Are all these real moves from games, or any of these like it's not? Like, because sometimes you do like, is this a name of a move in a game or not?
No. So if you can't tell me like what the character or game it's from, then you don't get points.
Right, but none of these are fake. Is what I'm saying. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do that. I'm like, if that's also in this, I'm like, there's like 3 levels to this fucking thing.
No, I try and just do yes or no if it's that. But
all right.
Yeah. So a point if you
I gotta guess
the character, and a point if you guess the game.
Okay. I love how I like generally give you the list of the games, and like this is like, all right, let's try it. I don't know a ton of fighting games, so it's gonna be a lot of. I'm gonna guess Tekken.
This is an adventure for both of us.
Yeah.
All right. Spinning pile driver.
What I did in the bedroom. This probably was an easy one that I don't play a lot of fighting games. Although this would like, does like the WWE games get considered in this or no? Because I don't know if wrestlers like, because they definitely have like a pile driver as a wrestler.
Sure, but I could tell you that they are not.
Okay. So let's just say spinning pile driver. I feel like that could be, I mean, it could be Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, or Tekken. Mortal Kombat.
That is Street Fighter. Zangief.
Fuck. And that's who I was actually thinking of. That's the bald guy, right?
I believe so, yeah.
That's the barefoot bald guy, right? Yeah, like the old dude who's like shirtless all the time.
Yeah.
That's
a little pile driver.
That's exactly what I was thinking
about. Falcon Punch.
That's probably Falcon. You said character or game.
You're right.
I want to say the character's name is Falcon.
Did you want to guess a game too, just to get more points?
Super Smash Bros.
So you get 1 point because it's Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon from Street Fighter.
No, from Smash Brothers.
Smash. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
What Captain? It's Falcon.
The Tiger Knee.
Street Fighter.
Yep. Can I guess character?
Nope.
Okay.
Tiger.
Sagat. I don't know. Sagat.
Okay.
Crab Walk.
Street Fighter.
That is Soul Calibur.
I never played those.
Voldo. So. Apparently it's
Waldo?
Voldo. Apparently it's just a popular one because he like gets on his hands and knees and like hip thrusts for the character. So a bunch of just like immature kids.
Love
that. Get over here.
I mean, that's gotta be Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
Boom. Oh, good old double pointer.
Love that.
Aerial Dust.
Mortal Kombat.
The game is Guilty Gear.
Oh my god.
I really love this one just because the character's name is
Guilty.
Soul Bad Guy.
He's the only one.
He's the only one.
Is it SOLE or SOUL?
SOL.
Oh, that's even funnier. They couldn't decide.
Turnip.
Super Smash Bros.
Yep. You want to guess the character?
A Pokemon.
Peach.
Okay.
Princess Peach, to be specific.
Yeah.
The Nut Punch.
Mortal Kombat.
And do you want to guess the character?
Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage is correct. Oh! Mortal Kombat, double points.
It just like this seemed like the douchiest move. So I thought of the douchiest character from those games.
Yep. I mean, it's in the movie too. He punches Goro or whatever.
Yeah. Well, no, he's not in the new movie. You mean the original?
No, yeah, the old one. Yeah. PK Fire.
Street Fighter.
That is Ness from Smash Brothers.
Oh, damn.
PK Fire.
Oh, yeah. Okay. See, I never played a ton of that either because I was terrible. After I was like so terrible at it, I was like, I'm not doing this game anymore.
And then Hyper Sentinel Force.
Street Fighter.
Not Street Fighter.
Super Smash Bros.
Do you want to guess the character name?
Hyper Sentinel Force.
Yeah.
I feel like I should know this one, but I don't.
You can just say a word.
Samus. I don't know. Well, it's not from Super Smash Brothers. So.
Correct.
I don't know. I'm thinking the Hadouken guy from Street Fighter, but
you would find that in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and that comes from the character Sentinel.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we got 6 points.
Yeah. All right. It was the first one I hate because I actually didn't know that. I was thinking that guy and I said Mortal Kombat and I was like, I should have said I know Zangief and I was like Zangief. I was like, I should have just said Street Fighter because that's who I thought it was. I was like, and when you said that, I was like, that was the image. I think the sprite of him spinning. I was like,
yep.
And I said Mortal Kombat like an idiot because I was like, surprisingly, only like one Mortal Kombat in that.
Yeah.
And no Tekken.
No.
I was surprised.
I feel like the moves, there were some like Tekken when I was doing the research, but I feel like the moves weren't specific enough. It was just like
punch,
triple punch.
Oh, okay, like, gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. Is that it?
Or like flaming uppercut. Yes, that's it. Okay. We're done.
Oh, thank God. I had to stress that. All right. Now let's put you on your ass.
Yeah,
MPDs, baby.
Yeah,
All right. So let me get my pen. Yeah.
Valhalla. Cold War.
Okay, hold on. Do you want to do the order or you just want to give me 10 games?
Just give me 10 games.
Okay.
I'm never going to get the order.
Okay.
Valhalla, Cold War, or is that what it's called?
Call of Duty Cold War. I'll give it to you. I know what you meant.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or whatever. Super Smash Brothers.
Hold on. All
right. Madden. The Tiger Woods game.
Oh, this is not even a normal pen. It's a fucking permanent pen. I'm getting like high off this because it's so confusing.
The Tiger Woods game did not come out yet, correct? Well, it didn't come out like February.
I have no comment. To be fair, you give me Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Call of Duty Cold War, Super Smash Brothers, Madden, and then you said Mario. What was the Mario you said? I didn't write the whole thing down.
I said Mario Kart.
Okay.
And Smash Brothers.
Right, that's what I said.
Okay.
Cool. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is what you said, right? Yeah. Okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 50% there.
What's that Wii game that came out?
I don't know.
Ah, shit. Let's just go Wii Fit.
Okay.
2077.
That's Cyberpunk. Okay, I was like, just the year you're thinking about. 3 more.
Yeah.
You got this. Think with your brain.
Can I reference my notes from past years?
No, that's cheating.
You're cheating.
Nope. I don't reference past fighting games. Throw shit at the wall, see if it sticks.
Pokemon.
Okay. Pokemon, gotta get 'em all.
FIFA,
gotta kick 'em all. This should be your last one, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. One more.
Let's go a little bit of Animal Crossing for old time's sake.
All right. All right, let's let me do my little gather poo.
All right, gather it up, put it together, figure it out. Figure it out.
Figure it out, Letterkenny.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Glad you came. Not brought to you.
You got Road 5 of 10, 50%.
Oh, okay.
Number one, which I thought you were going to get because I actually mentioned it multiple times, is Super Mario 3D World. And it's also Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I guess that like comes with
it's
it.
it's like DLC-ish kind of thing.
Okay, so that was number one. Number two, which was previously number one, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I gave you were a Cold War. I was like, I'm not going to make you say Call of Duty Black Ops. This one, I was going to be astonished if you got Persona 5 Strikers.
Okay.
This one, I thought you might guess.
I should just do whatever Girlfriend Reviews does because that was
it's pretty
Persona
good.
5.
Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Oh, really?
Number 4.
I was thinking about guessing that.
Number 5, you got Madden 21. Number 6, which I fucking love to see on here, did not expect in this game to get on here. Little Nightmares 2.
Oh,
yeah,
really? Hell yeah!
Very cool. Like I love to see that because I love the.
Have you played Little Nightmares?
I built the first one. I haven't played the second one yet, but like I love the first one. So
I haven't finished it, but that is a great game.
It is.
You want to talk about a fucking gaming experience?
Yeah. And the soundtrack is good. The audio in that, I just love the whole thing they did in that. It's a cool way of doing platforming.
Yeah.
The second one's kind of like co-op-y because you're a different character.
Doesn't that co-op game come out soon that we need to play?
Yeah. It comes out in like 2 weeks. It takes
Together.
Two. It Takes Two. It's called It Takes Two.
Isn't there like?
You're talking about the one that was made by the guy who does like all the 2-player couch co-op games, right?
Yeah, I thought Together, something together. Whatever.
I don't know. The one I'm thinking of is called It Takes Two.
Okay.
And like Mary-Kate and Ashley's movie when we were like kids.
Hell yeah.
Which is probably a remake of something else when somebody else were kids. But anyways, we gotta play that. So yeah, but Little Nightmares 2, I haven't played that. The first one's awesome. You're a new character, but your other character is back in, and they kind of like team up. So it looks cool, and it looks just as creepy and weird. It's not like super scary. It's kind of more just like odd.
Okay.
But like the Little Nightmares. Anyways, 7 was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So you said that. 8, you said this. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Nice.
Got that. 9, you said this. Animal Crossing's New Horizons.
Okay.
That was your 5. 10, you did not say this. You could have. Was Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So the clarification of Cold War did matter. But pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that was probably the best you've done.
Yeah.
In a while.
Pretty proud of myself.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I basically just say games that I'm not interested in, and then it works.
I mean, if you guess like the big brands, Call of Duty,
or just keep guessing Mario and Nintendo stuff, because like I don't
if you guess
that well.
It's like you got to get your bro FPS.
Yeah.
So always mention Call of Duty. Always mention the sport. So you need Madden in there. FIFA was a good pool, but Madden. If you mention Madden, FIFA, one of those two is probably going to be on there.
Just depending on what time of year it is, probably.
Then you need your Nintendo crew. Mario Kart is a big one. AC obviously is big. And then you kind of, all right, I'm probably going to get a couple on that board.
Yeah.
Because they're like top sellers every month the entire fucking year.
Yeah.
So you never get 0. And then Assassin's Creed also is generally on there as well. So pretty good.
They just keep pumping those boys out.
Right.
Too. Yeah.
So pretty good. And Valhalla is really good.
Nice.
So pretty good one. But yeah, those are MPDs we did. So we finally got them back. Sage is no longer afraid of them. Loves them now because actually did, I think that might
not
be
having
the
to guess
percent.
the rank, I think helps a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's when I just
I used to make you guess the rank.
Yeah.
But now it's just give me 10 games because it was also hard to be like, just give me 10. You're like, I'm trying to do the rank. Now it's just name 10 games.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to be like Wizard of War. Like that was Atari like 30 years ago. That is also not a top seller. Also an incredible game. Love that game. First game, no big deal. But anyways, so we got to follow TikTok. We have big talkers now. So they're called like TikTok.
I don't know. It's not a bad name.
Yeah, we're probably gonna make some merch at some point.
Tiki.
Yeah, the Tiki Tikis. Follow our Tiki Tiki.
I'm a Tiki boy.
Our Tic Tac. It makes you fresh, baby. I don't know. Whatever. Just follow us on all the goddamn social, including subscribing to the YouTube. Keep saying it. Yeah. All of them. Like I said, we keep thinking about doing other content. We plan on it. We both have real lives that we also have to balance with our full-time job. So if we start getting sponsored by people and act not
then
like
you'll see more of us,
not you people, but like commercial products,
Yeah.
and then we can retire and just do this. It'd be great. But we'll see if we get there. We'll build up small, baby. We're getting up every day, and we had another solid month on the listener board. So appreciate you guys listening and download. See you next week. Keep gaming, and bye.
Later. Oh my God.